old for that, but, 10 years, okay.
Coach, just from your perspective, how did you see, your guys on the offensive side of the ball kind of benefit from, having a week to kind of recuperate and recover physically and mentally?
Well, I heard Coach Allen, what he talked about, and that's about the way it went. I think the guys up front and a lot of those receivers, we got to rest them, and let Reese get all the quarterback snaps, and, that rest helped Peyton. It's been a long grind, and we've had 9 weeks of games, and then you add training camp onto that, and so this rest was needed for some of those guys, and I really think it benefited us.
Just going back to the Minnesota game, 22 straight points. What worked well then, and what didn't work as well before?
Yeah, well, it got to a point there where we really, early in the game we were mixing the run and the pass, and then we had to go to basically throwing the ball the entire time for the most part. And, I think the biggest thing, I just looked over it again before I came up here, but we were throwing the ball down the field, but we weren't completing them. Like the fourth play of the game, Peyton checked to all verticals, and, the ball slipped out of his hand. That was like one example. We just had other things that happened in some of those verticals throws that we had, whether it was the receiver or protection or whatever it may be. It just we didn't execute those. And whereas then we were executing them in those particular drives. So I think just execution more than anything.
You mentioned Reese getting a lot of the quarterback reps. How helpful was that for him just to be able to get a week to actually focus on that, especially after he was kind of thrown into it?
Well, it helped him a lot with several things. Number one, just being able to do more things with him now. We were able to add more plays for him to execute and put more into his package. So it really was beneficial for him executing them as well as doing more things with him.
Offensively, you guys were able to do a lot in that fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
How can you take that and move that forward for the rest of the season? With the season being compacted, you can kind of let things fly now. What can you expect to do that offensively?
Well, I mean, we still, I don't think things have changed as that. We still want to be able to run the football. I mean, and, we just got to be more consistent in our throw game stuff. It goes with whether it's protection, whether it's, route running or the execution of the throw, all of it. It all goes together. And so we just got to become more consistent, and execute like we did in that fourth quarter.
When you look back at that last drive at Minnesota, when you didn't execute the third and short, is there anything you'd like to do differently, or is there anything that just didn't work for you there?
No, not to put blame on anybody or anything. It was just basically a combination block that we executed earlier. I mean, we executed the same play against the same blitz, and we gashed them on it. So, I mean, no, we've got to execute that particular combination block.
Any more questions? All right.
Thanks.